AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hi everyone, we're here at AFTERBUZZ TV for another Young and Hungry After Show. If you haven't already, please subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/AFTERBUZZTV and SoundCloud, and rate us on iTunes if that's how you're listening. I'm one of your hosts, Carli Garsow, and with me is...
Hi everyone, I'm Britta Garsow.
We're missing Michelle this week, but she'll be back.
Yes.
Okay, so this episode was called Young and Unemployed. So,
I like how their episodes are so straight and to the point.
Yeah, they really
You find
are.
out someone loses their job.
Yeah, like, it's pretty obvious someone becomes unemployed, and we find out really early on that it's Sophia. Kind of shocking, because Sophia's whole persona on the show really is her job. She's like a hardworking career woman, really focused, really smart, different than Gabi, like, has a straight path. And for her to lose her job, I mean, that kind of changes her whole character, right?
Did you think, so she tells Gabi that she quit her job. Did you think that she got fired, or was she quit?
I thought she quit. I believe her.
I didn't, because like you said, like, she's so responsible and she actually likes her job and her career path. So I'm like, there's no way she quit her job knowing how unstable Gabi is. Like, if your roommate is kind of all over the place, you would never quit your job and maybe she'll lose her job and then you both have no money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought, like, there's no way she quit her job. She had to have gotten fired. So I definitely saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's still surprising the fact that she's unemployed, but also not surprising for Sophia to stand up for herself, because she said that the guy that got the promotion over her had worked there less than her and was a male, so she felt like that was why he got the promotion. And obviously, you have to stand up for yourself. Maybe she shouldn't have said some inappropriate things. But
I think it's good to stand up for yourself, but I mean, he could have just been better for the job. And I think maybe she was just saying it was because he was a guy.
Possibly. If anyone who's listening, please comment and let us know if you would stand up for yourself in that situation, if you truly felt that someone got a job over you because of their gender. Let us know.
Yeah, I mean,
I would definitely stand up for myself, but I can't use, like, choice words.
Yeah, I think most people would stand up for themselves. I just think that, they wouldn't take it too far. Obviously, you're going to lose your job if you take it too far. But, yeah, you should always have respect for yourself.
Yeah, so that was a good thing to see Sophia, but now she's kind of stuck in this predicament. So at the same time, Josh is looking to hire a paid intern. We were saying it's kind of weird that he just doesn't call him, like, his assistant.
Because he says all these men have MBAs. Like, what type of, like,
intern?
Yeah, like, why would you hire an intern then? Like, calling them an intern, I just feel
it was
like
a weird title, but... You know, coincidentally, he's hiring an intern, and so Sophia wants to interview for the job. Would you think she'd actually be really good at the job? I mean, she has that whole business mindset.
Yeah, but I totally get what Josh was saying. Like, these men work in technology like he does, and it's not just an intern for his company. Like, Elliot is his publicist and is kind of, works as his assistant a little bit, but it's an intern for the app. So I think that he did need, like, a developer and, like, someone who knew what they were doing and was in the same profession. So I don't even think that he should have given her an interview just to get her hopes up like that, because you knew he wasn't going to hire her.
That's true. I feel like he did the right thing. Josh is always the one with his head on kind of straight.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to his business, he definitely has a good mindset. So obviously he's not going to hire Sophia, but Gabi can't have that because Sophia gets broken up with. So sad. It's like... We saw Ruben in his sandwich costume, and then they say she has a boyfriend. They never really address them together. She goes to tell him the good news about how she's getting this job at Josh's, and he breaks up with her. So, we've been asking for a while for Sophia's character development and to see more from her, and we hear things exciting happening in her life, but we have yet to see them.
And I'm, like, interested to know why they chose that route. Like, did that actor just decide to not be on the show? Like, did he have other predicaments, like, type of thing?
I think they just didn't want her having a boyfriend.
But it's just kind of weird that they would introduce him and finally give her a boyfriend only to take him away.
It is really weird, and it's sad. And I've never been there where I've lost a boyfriend and a job in the same day, but I can only imagine the heartache. Like, bring on the cookie dough, ice cream, cookies, everything.
Yeah, it was a pretty relatable situation when she was eating the ice cream with the Cool Whip and just crying. Like, sometimes you just need to do that type of thing.
Yeah.
If you have a bad day.
I
She
think-
had a really bad day.
I think that's why everyone loves Gabi and Sophia so much, because they're so relatable.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, obviously Gabi's plans never work out, but did you think that she was actually going to pretend that Sophia works there?
No, I mean, I didn't know. I thought that it would come out way sooner than it did. I mean, it was weird how she's like, Josh wants you to work on these files from home. And she's like, why would I have to go home?
Yeah.
I mean, but if I were Sophia, I would have been like, obviously, I didn't get the job.
Yeah.
But I think she was just too excited and wanted to believe Gabi.
I think
but
so,
I would
too.
never believe Gabi.
I know. I think Sophia always questions Gabi, so it's kind of out of her character to be like, oh, I got the job.
Yeah.
Like, without Josh personally telling her.
Yeah.
But, again, it just plays to the storyline, and it was a fun storyline, but they all ended up good because they realized that since Sophia got fired from her job, that she can now claim unemployment. So they're not going to be totally broke. And this opens up so much for Sophia, so much opportunity.
It does. I'm excited to see what she does next. But one thing I want to like backtrack a little bit is, so when she found the unsigned patent, I was really mad that she went along with Gabi's plans, because
too.
as much as I love Gabi, her plans are terrible and kind of childish. Like, they're always trying to cover something up, and I feel like when you're, how old are they, 24, 25?
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be trying to cover anything up. Like, you need to be honest. That's the only way you're going to, like, get ahead and have people trust you.
Yeah.
And I feel like Gabi is always trying to cover everything up, and this wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, she's like, we took files from his office. Like, I feel like that's, like, something Josh would expect of them.
Yeah.
He would not get mad about that, and he'd be so happy that they found the unsigned form that he wouldn't really care. And,
I agree.
Like,
I don't think
Sophia-
Josh would have cared. And
Yeah.
she's like, you really think, like, Josh is going to fire you over this?
Yeah.
Like, please. She's done way worse. He would have
Exactly.
fired her way sooner.
And now I just feel bad because she didn't even get credit for something that she actually did while she was working.
Yeah, we can talk about that later in predictions. And
Yeah.
see, like, what we feel is that's going to come back up. So the other storyline in this episode was Elliot's mom coming for a visit. Did they ever say her name?
They just kept calling her Mrs. Shoot, what's his last name?
Oh my gosh, I'm blanking too. But yeah, his mom. They didn't say her name. But she's in a lot of things. I
She
just
was
think of the hot
in
chick.
The Hot
She's in the
Chick.
hot chick.
Mhm. I love that movie.
Yeah, but she's funny and she's a good actress. And okay, so Elliot has said his mom isn't very nice. Clearly didn't know he was gay until a few months ago. You know this isn't going to go well, but oh my gosh.
She's terrible.
We were like in there, we were laughing at her jokes, but also like, what a horrible woman.
What's the first thing that she said to him again? About
He said he said, it's lovely to see you, Mom. And she said, it's lovely you can see it all with those fat cheeks.
so mean. And then
So
when
mean.
he goes, she gave me my first compliment ever. She said my weight gain was plateauing nicely.
Yeah, I mean, just a horrible things to say to your son.
Horrible.
And I think that, I don't know if it's very realistic that Elliot would come from a mom like that, but he was very honest about how she was. I was really disappointed with him.
Me too.
And how he acted with Alan, because he knows how great of a person Alan is, and he knows he doesn't deserve him. So I was actually pretty shocked that he pretended like Josh was his fiance
But you
because
know
it made
what?
his mom happy.
I wasn't shocked because we know, like, their backstory is that Alan's always been, like, obsessed with Elliot, and Elliot didn't even really give Alan the time of day. So I feel like maybe them going back to that here and there, like, is natural. Like, it's natural for Elliot to kind of take advantage of Alan because he knows how much he loves him, you know?
That is
so
true.
I feel like just his behavior patterns are always pretty stable. So it didn't really surprise me that he pretended like Josh was his fiance and kind of, like, lied about it to Alan.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's something Elliot would do. But I'm glad in the end, like, he obviously learned, like, I can't lie to my mom about who I'm engaged to just to make her happy. And I don't know. I was disappointed, though, for sure.
Yeah, I was really disappointed, and I'm glad the ending happened how it did, but I still wish it was full honesty. Like that he lied and said Alan lied and said he was a doctor.
I don't know, though. I mean, we don't have in-laws yet, and I feel like all you probably want to do is impress them.
True.
You know, because you're marrying, like, their pride and joy.
But you also should be yourself.
Yeah, I think you should be yourself. Like, personality-wise, he was being himself. He just lied about his profession. I
That's
actually
true.
don't think that's that big of a deal.
It's a pretty small lie. It's not a huge lie.
If he can impress her by one small lie, like, just have him do it, and they'll all feel better about it. Like,
Yeah, that is true. I thought the whole encounter with Josh pretending to be Elliot's fiance was funny.
it was really
It was really funny. And I thought that Josh was a great friend for playing along.
I know.
He has a unique relationship with his employees that they're very close.
I know, like, we were even saying when he had the meeting in the morning and he left, and so the three of them were there, and then Sophia came too, but he didn't know that. But I was like, it's kind of rare. I feel like you would leave 3 people. I mean, obviously you trust these people. You leave 3 people in your house, like, all day while
When
you're
you're
at
not
this
there.
meeting. Yeah. So, I mean, he has, like, a really good relationship with all of them where he trusts them kind of unconditionally, and I feel like that's very rare.
Yeah, I think it's really rare too. We didn't get to see Yolanda really in this episode, although she
know.
said some funny things. Like when
She
she was
did.
dying laughing at Elliot's mom making fun of Elliot. I mean, we were right there with her, and that was just a hilarious encounter.
And then when she took the files out of her vacuum.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, Yolanda has gotten better this season, for
I think
sure.
so too. I think they kind of played her down last season just because Gabi is such a big personality. Elliot's a huge personality.
Yeah.
I feel like they maybe thought that they couldn't give Yolanda that much personality. And so she was kind of like the normal character last season. And I feel like this season she's kind of grown into herself and we're like learning more about her and seeing more sides of her.
Yeah, I agree. Do you want to do predictions?
Yeah.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
Okay, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Sure, I can start. So, obviously, Sophia's going to have a lot of time on her hands. I don't really know what she's going to do with that, but I'd like to see her either try to start her own business or, okay, we're big crafters, and I would love to, like, see her get into crafting and, like, redo their apartment. That would be something super unique and fun to watch. But I think that she could possibly start her own business. Like, be like, I'm over working for corporate, you know, she wants to work in corporate, but she wants to be her own boss. So having her start her own business would be a great endeavor, and it would be fun to watch. And then I don't think she's going to get a new boyfriend because I still think that my prediction about her and Gabi going out and, like, having a girls' night, I really want that to happen. So I don't think she'll have a new boyfriend. And so far, it seems like Gabi and Josh are not interested in anyone. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like where it's at right now. They're not dating other people, but they're not with each other. I like that.
Yeah, going off of everything you said, I agree with Gabi and Josh. I don't think there's going to be other relationships for them, and I like how it is too because I feel like since they're not in relationships, something can happen between them at any time, and so it'll be kind of more like, you know, like
organic.
And like if one of them were in a relationship and then an episode they broke up, you're like, oh, next episode Gabi and Josh are going to get together. So I kind of feel like it's going to sneak up on us, which I really like a surprise.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the finale, the season finale.
Yeah, I guess. And about Sophia, I think that's a good prediction. I didn't think of that, but I feel like these days, like millennials, like us, our generation, are kind of trying to work for themselves and being like entrepreneurs. So I feel like that would be a really good example of kind of like this generation if she did start her own business because so many people are. So I really like that idea actually. And I don't see her getting a boyfriend either just because I don't know if like they tried to give her a boyfriend and didn't like how it went. So I feel like the writers of the show just don't want her to have a boyfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that Sophia and Gabi are great as two single girls living in a big city in a tiny apartment, broke as a joke. Like, I think that whole storyline plays really well.
Yeah, but it's also kind of reminds me of Two Broke Girls. Like, I don't want it to be too similar.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but the show has
Actually, now that I think about it, it really does.
No, the show has so many characters.
Yeah, that's true. But also, when you talked about their apartment makeover, okay, so, like, I feel like apartment makeovers in shows are so memorable. Like the Full House room when they did that, and then in What I Like About You when they moved into the loft. Like I really like set makeovers.
Me too.
And I feel like this show's going to be around for a while. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So it would be fun.
We already know a third season.
Yeah. So it would be fun to see them either get an apartment makeover or move into a different apartment.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready for that.
We also haven't seen the inside of Yolanda's apartment since she moved into
That's
their building.
true.
So I really want. We've seen their laundry room this season though, so I feel like they're getting closer to incorporating other sets.
Yeah, well, the neighbor, too. We have to see him again at his
Yeah.
apartment.
So the neighbor's apartment, Yolanda's, and then theirs hopefully getting a makeover. I would
Yeah.
love to see that. But they don't have money. That's what I'm saying. If they got really into crafting and like redid their apartment, I think that would be so fun.
Yeah.
So cool to
I
watch.
guess we'll see.
I know. Do you have any other predictions?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, well, tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Britta_Garsow.
And you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Carli_Garsow.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.